Man, I don't know what in the hell is going on around here.
Hi, this is
Jesus
Alan.
Christ.
I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt, and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning, I guess. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Josh Corey. You've tuned into the Ironworx, basically. Right here on Truth Frequency Radio, where Skype seems to be a real pain in the ass this morning. Actually, a lot of things seem to be a real pain in the ass. I would say that, again, the word of the day is indicative. But I don't know. It's been a crazy week for me. An emotional roller coaster ride, to be sure. But I think we've made it. It's hard to say. I don't know. I opened up my computer this morning and Skype had just completely changed all my sound settings. So I thought I was talking, but they couldn't hear me. Skype is just being a real pain in the ass in general. Apparently, it's not allowing Walt to even see his mouse cursor. So he doesn't know if and when he's clicking on things. I don't know what the world is going on. But it does seem that we've found the house. Had to settle a little bit. Not quite what we wanted as far as seclusion. But we're getting to the point that we can no longer wait. The immediacy is ever growing that we need to get out of where we are right now. So we just had to set our sights a little bit lower. We probably could have gotten what we wanted had we had the time to constantly go after only those properties. We would have probably eventually landed it and gotten just what we wanted. But time does not allow that. So we had to find something that was a little bit less than what we were wanting, just so that we could get into it immediately. But I do really like the house. It's move-in ready, which is nice. There'll be no updates needed. So we'll just be able to turnkey that shit right into it once we get out of here. We should be able to pack up, move, and unpack all in about 4 hours because we're pretty well packed up now. Well, let's see if he's got anything worked out and say hello to one Mr. Walter Johnson. You may know him as Flat Earth Head here on the YouTubes. Walter, did you get things straightened out, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like it. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, TFR. Afternoon, evening, whatever it is. It's definitely got to be a lot easier to do things where you are than it is where we are. Yeah, I mean, granted, I did see an update. I did the update going in, but didn't think it was going to cause that much ruckus. So, oh well, we did it. We're here. Better late than never.
How many instances of Skype were open?
I still am like not understanding it because when I'm looking at the execution tree and shot and whatever, we'll work on it during the break. I don't know. I'll probably still have 17 of them running because when I try to kill them, I don't know. It's acting weird. It's like it tries to restart them. I don't know.
That's
no clue. No clue. But yeah, at least I can see my mouse again. So that's a plus.
That is
so
a plus.
I will be able to shut my mouth and be quiet and let you say hello to the other gentleman in the call.
Well, let's say hello to the other gentleman in the call. Straight out of the woods, in the middle of a camping trip. Has not even been to bed yet, as I recall. Zachary Zabala, Z squared, or as we so lovingly refer to him as Too Nice for Rice. Zach, how's your camping trip going?
Hey, Josh. Hey, Walt. Hey, everybody out there in TFR land. Awesome. It's been wonderful. Hank's having a blast, running around, playing with everybody. There's all kinds of children running around. Shot off 75, well, probably more like 125 shotgun rounds. Yesterday, I guess.
Nice.
Today, still, whatever. Yeah, Karen B was over and Ted, and yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun just shooting stuff and hanging out and having a fire and just talking, reality of Earth with some new people even that Just Jack had over, because it is the Sukkot, the week of Sukkot, where you sleep in tents all week, and everybody here is all sleeping in tents. They have the house here and everything, and the camper and all that kind of stuff, but everybody is in a tent. Yeah. So me and Hank are just hanging out here in the tent. I had no idea. Jack was like, what time is it? Like 3:34? I was like, no way. It's got to be like midnight tops. And 4 o'clock. I had no idea. None. I was hoping to get a few hours of sleep before it started. So if I fall asleep, everybody, I apologize. No offense.
That's awesome. No offense will be taken. Matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and put that disclaimer out there, too. If I happen to fall asleep, take no offense.
Well, if we all fall asleep, then we'll put this bad boy back on autopilot and it'll work out for everybody, it seems. So I missed the note and I was still playing catch up with my computer here. Are you where Jack is, or is Jack where you are? Right?
No, I'm over at Just Jack's property. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know for sure if you had gone there or
Yeah.
if you were at the come to where you guys were. Cool.
Nope. It's about half hour southeast of Cammy and Bob's.
Well, that's
Not
awesome.
too far.
That's really awesome.
And just a beautiful property. There's some big, giant, huge boulders. Boulders bigger than Volkswagen. That are just like rocks that look like bigger than Volkswagens. Like the rock you see laying on the ground, just enormous. It doesn't have cracks in it or anything. It's just like a perfect rock. Amazing. I'll take a picture of it for you with all the children standing on it.
Yeah, do that. That sounds cool. Sounds cool. Good morning to everybody there in chat. Trying to get in there and say, hey, I finally got in the TFR chat, and I see our buddy, line producer, the Alan Holman, already there waiting, saying good morning to everyone. Good morning, sir. Glad you're there. Rockin' Rio himself. Glad to have you around, friend. It's been a minute. We need to get you in here again. It seems like I don't know, 7 years, 8 years since we've talked to you on the air. Daz, Tartarian himself. Glad you're here, friend. We need your upbeat positivity. If there's ever been a day we need it, for sure, this is one of them. And I see him already in chat. I don't want to jinx it, so I hate to even ripple the water and scare the fish off. But it looks like our buddy, the Adam Meekin, is in chat. And I hope he can pop in on the call at some point, perhaps. Dawn, good morning. Glad you're here. And it looks like something we all could use a bit more of, a side of common sense. Robert P., also in chat. Glad you've joined us this morning, friend. Glad to have you here. I'll work on getting over to the YouTube between here and the next break. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen if I open another tab. At this point, I'm just happy to be able to function on the show. So I may not tempt that. So when's your big move day, Josh?
Well, the loan officer said it can take up to 45 days.
Cool. So you got a minute to prep things out. That's cool.
Well, our real estate
Nice.
agent just happens to be one of Dixie's really good friends.
Ah,
So she called the loan officer, who she's actually pretty good friends with too, and just told him that's unacceptable. Said it needs to be 30 days. Says you need to close it in 30 days. There's no reason you can't do it in 30 days. Matter of fact, there is a nice bottle of scotch in it for you if you can get this done in 30 days. So we're expecting, ideally, 5th of November at the latest, 30 days. So we shall see. We shall see. That'll be a long-ass 30 days. It's just getting increasingly uncomfortable here, as I knew it would. Yeah. We need to hurry up and get the hell out of here. I mean, really.
Yeah.
There are places, basements that have been offered to us for the interim if we needed to. So if things do get too bad around here, we can still just up and leave. Here's the problem is I have so much anxiety and guilt and sadness and disappointment that it has to be mixed in with the excitement and the happiness and the optimism of having a new house. Let's just say I'm dealing, but it's not been easy. It's been a hard few days, actually.
And I know it has been, friend. That's why I tried to call you apparently too late last night. I don't know if you heard the voicemail yet, but yeah, I was definitely feeling it through these long distance lines that you've been going through a lot. So just am super excited. I saw the pictures. The house looks incredible already. Those wooden floors, that deck. Yeah, I know, as you said, it's not what the plan would have been if you had your rathers, but I think all things being said, it's turning out, in a more positive vein than it could have been. It could have, these things can always go left, I know, but still, it's just unfortunate. The circumstances are what they are, but I'm glad that you guys found something that looks like it can help make you happy. I hope so. Sending still lots of love, lots of prayers, and you guys can always come down here to Louisiana if you need a place to stay. So dropping that here as well.
It's a really nice house. I am excited to move into it. I'm excited to get the F out of here. But then again, like I said, there's so many other emotions tied into getting the F out of here that it makes it really difficult to enjoy much of anything. But I think the house was a really good decision. The other ones we had put a bid on were within our price range. We were just trying to get a good deal on a good property that was within our price range. And people with better credit just outbid us every single time. So I think we were kind of lucky to get this one. It was on the market for about 12 hours before we put our bid in on it. But yeah, it's got an acre, which is about a fifth of my minimum that I wanted. But it's pretty secluded. There's neighbors, but it's got some privacy. It's room for dogs. I can't think of a single thing to complain about other than a little bit less seclusion and a little bit less than I wanted for the lot size. But it's got privacy. It's got room for dogs, room for my son, room for a studio. It's room for improvement. It's going to be really easy to increase the value with just a few minor updates. New deck, cover the deck or whatever, finish the basement. A few things we can do to really add the value, but it's move-in ready, fully updated. The realtor that's selling it is actually the one that bought it, and he and his partner just flipped it. So they just put in a new aerator motor for the septic, got it all drained and cleaned out. Agent said make sure that septic is immaculate when they move in. And she talked him into upgrading the home warranty package. So it came with the home warranty, but she talked him into beefing it up and giving us the best home warranty package that he had. So there's that too. Like I said, there's lots of good things. I am excited. I cannot wait to have my own space. Dixie and I lived together in her apartment in like downtown St. Louis. About a year after we got together, I guess. And then once the lease ran out on that, we came here and have been here for about the last 7 years or so. And this was my grandparents' house. So there's a whole lot of memories here that I'm going to be leaving behind. But I am definitely excited. Definitely excited. Just not looking forward to the next 30 days. And the drama that will ensue. Diva says Josh needs chickens. Josh definitely needs chickens. Josh needs chickens, maybe a couple of goats, which is why I wanted 5 acres.
Right. Well, it can be done on a lot less. In fact, I went to see a buddy yesterday, and he's got probably not even a half acre. And he's got chickens running all over the backyard, coops everywhere. When I left the house yesterday, a rabbit ran out from under my car into his yard under his boat. And I was like, okay, does he have rabbits that have gotten out? Because it's the first time I saw it. So I called him on the phone real quick. And sure enough, he's like, yeah, I just let them run loose out here. So, you just make what you can out of what you got, I guess, for now until that 5-year plan, as you mentioned, kicks in, sir. So, but I know I'm not the only one sending you lots of love, lots of prayers. So there in chat, I finally got over here on YouTube and see everybody there doing the same thing. So I'm glad you guys hung out through all the craziness. I was trying to get started a little late. I see some folks in chat asking earlier if it was a repeat. It probably started to be one, but we're here now. So if you were here and you left, well, then you're not hearing me, are you? So if somebody you know was here and they left, get over there, share the show, thumbs up over there on YouTube, let them know. And anywhere else you might be, Twitch or Live or Twits or wherever those things are going on. So thank you guys for hanging out. It's almost a miracle, I guess, that we're here this morning for true. For true.
I was moments away. The voice inside of my back just said, F it. Too much trouble. Not going to work.
Yep. That's where I was when my mouse kept disappearing, my cursor kept disappearing. I couldn't even get the call on. So it's like, maybe this is a sign we should just blow this one off. But no, I need you guys. And we need you.
Yeah. I did listen to your voicemail last night, Walter, just as I was getting into bed.
Cool.
And I did get your text too, Zach, yesterday telling us that you were out camping. You weren't sure how the reception was going to be or how you'd sound. Yeah, that's just me isolating and withdrawing. Pay no mind to me. I will work my way out of this.
As long as you know that the reaching out was happening. That's all that matters. So
that I do.
Yeah,
well, I see plenty of folks have arrived over here in chat now that I'm finally getting it to scroll up and down, which was not happening when I was first getting over here to the tubes. But I see Liz was first, our Iron Maiden. Good morning, Liz. Sean Oko already there as well. Bandsaw Bandit. That's what's up. I like that name. Glad you're here. Who else? Oh, is that Lana? It is Lana. If you don't know Lana, she goes by Salt of the Earth 1969 over there on the tubes. So go check her out. Truth Serum. Much needed. Good morning, Truth Serum. Sorry. Did I say hey to Diva on the other channel? I don't remember, but hey to Diva again, even if I did. It has stopped scrolling again. What is going on? It could just be my computer dying on me. Reynold Penton. Good, Reynold. Ronald or Reynold. It could be your street name, Reynold. I don't know. Ronald Penton. Good morning. I see Alan there as well. Lucas. Good morning, LC King. Robert Page. Who else? I see Liz. Voynich is there. Good morning, Voynich.
I saw Travis in there with Plain Truth.
I'm trying to get through this thing. Brian, the forgotten one, Gaska, in the house. Good morning, sir. Glad you're here. I hope you're playing all these new little events we've been having on the Pokemons. We'll play catch up on that and see, what's going on. Pokewise. Not here on the show, probably, because I really don't know. I haven't played a lot. Oh, it's been too crazy. Am I missing somebody? I know I probably am. Truth Serum, I said hey to you. Yeah, okay. I guess that's it. I'll stop in the chats now. For now, anyway, till I see more people. But I feel like we're probably creeping up on a break.
I just decided to go ahead and log into the vault to see, since I had not And there's break music.
We are right there. I felt it in the ether.
Yes, you did.
The ether. The ether.
Uther.
All right. Hopefully we're still here when the break comes through, back, after it, lower. Maybe my mouth will be here too. I'll shut up and let them pay bills.
Sounds like a plan. Believe it or not, you've tuned into the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, restreaming across the plane. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Hey everyone, it's Chris Gio, founder of Truth Frequency Radio and host of Beyond the Veil. The mainstream media and establishment are running scared right now, and they've prominently featured TruthFrequencyRadio.com as number 89 on the federal government's hit list, also known as the fake news list, which is essentially a list of sites slated for censorship on Facebook, YouTube, Google, and other social media. Now is the time for you to get involved. Share your favorite TFR shows far and wide on forums and social media. Tell your friends and family about your favorite shows. If you're a business owner, get in touch with us to feature your product or service right here on TFR. And if you haven't done so already, become a TFR supporter now and get unlimited commercial-free downloads in high quality. Visit truthfrequencyradio.com/signup. Thank you for making TFR the leader in independent and uncensored talk radio. Truth Frequency Radio, your protection from deception.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
It's a great product. And the one thing I like about it the most is that when you open the bottles, you can smell like the scent of the fruits and veggies. It's no genius thing to it. It's really just fruits and veggies, which everyone needs. And you guys kind of put it in a way where you can take it easy and you can get it and it's natural. And that's what I like about it. You know, I like the product and, I've taken it, and it's definitely made me feel a lot better. You know, I am a healthy person to begin with, but it's definitely good prevention, and it's definitely gives me energy, and I feel like it's an act. I like to think it. I really do.
For a limited time, use discount code TALK to receive a 50% discount on your first preferred whole health system and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go online to balanceofnature.com. Again, use discount code TALK.
Dowsing is the ancient science of finding water and metal underground. Albert Einstein said that dowsing was tapping into earth energies which modern science as yet does not understand. Diamonds, silver, gold, and platinum objects have all been found using dowsing. And now, for the first time on film, we visit the pyramids, Stonehenge, and ancient sites, dowsing for better treasure and tapping into this mysterious earth energy.
The Enigma Channel. Intelligent television for planet Earth. EnigmaTV.com.
You're listening to the Truth Frequency Radio Network.
No hate, no hype, no fear.
So much to do. You know what else I forgot to mention? Apparently my laptop died on Saturday. Just died. It updated, restarted, and went to Ubuntu Mint, which I don't usually boot to. So I went to restart it so that I could boot it back to Windows, and it never booted back up. It's been dead ever since. So I had to transfer stuff, and I am actually using only one computer for the show, which it's been a while since I've only had one computer. I had to add a couple new audio inputs and outputs and reroute some sounds and do some stuff. That does not excuse Skype for adjusting all of my sound settings. It's rude and uncalled for. And it really effed me up this morning. Because I panicked and I didn't know where to look to fix it. But I think we're back now. And I still have one more laptop upstairs I don't want to use for the show. But I will if I have to. Anyway, this is Josh, and I'm completely scatterbrained and off my game this morning. We got Walt here, Zach's here.
Hi.
And we don't know what the F is going on.
Zach may or may not be here. Zach may have already fallen asleep.
He may have fallen asleep on us already. That's true. He's been particularly quiet.
So, but that's fine. I understand. I'm trying to stay up for these shows. It's a long stretch often. So
yes, it is.
It looks like Brian is going to get his nephew to call in, or is going to wake him up to do so. That would be awesome, I suppose. Or is that not awesome with you on one computer?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you said that's good. So, yeah, Brian, if you want to do that, we could probably have that happen. Of course, that means we'll have to pay attention to the call board.
I got it up right now as we speak.
That's questionable, but we could definitely give it a shot. Welcome, Antecedent Algonquin Collective. That's a mouthful.
That is.
Glad you've joined us. Oh, well, I was not here well, you may or may not know, sometimes I don't know if I missed or not, but I felt it for sure this weekend. And definitely, I love you guys for all the support, Michelle as well, said thank you guys. So for all the hugs and all the support sent her way. Definitely a rough weekend, but it's always good to see family you haven't seen in a while. So, but I missed the show. So both shows, I popped in here for a few seconds Friday morning as we headed out, but completely. I caught a few minutes at the end of the show, I guess, Friday evening. I saw you guys had gotten our buddy Nick Fouquet word. And also, was it John Bernard's? Is that who I remember it being?
That's
they
who it
called
was.
in. So thank you two for calling in and helping CYA on my side. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I will definitely go back and check it out. It looked like what I got into there was very interesting. Thank you, Lucas. You were missed as well, friend.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead, Walter.
No, I was going to say, good morning, Kelly. I see you there. How fuckery.
I was just going to say how happy it made me to know that Nick has managed to raise the funds to get back to his family. It's one of those things. We've talked to Nick a few times. I've been a big fan of Nick's work, but it's not like I really know Nick. I don't really have this big relationship with Nick or anything. It's not like we talk on a personal level, but it's one of those things that has really weighed on my heart. Him being stuck in the UK, away from his family. And with all the craziness that's been going on, for some reason, that was one of those things that really, really stuck with me. So I was happier than a puppy with two peckers when I saw he managed to get those funds together. And he will be able to get over there. And I guess there's like a 2-week isolation that he's got to do. He's got to quarantine himself in a hotel for 2 weeks. Once he gets back home, he's got to make sure he takes a test like up to 72 hours before he leaves. There's all these hoops he's got to jump through and things he's got to pay for that hopefully pan out. Otherwise, he just loses the money and has to try again later. So it's quite the ordeal. So I'm just really, really happy that that's been taken care of. and he was able to get back to his family.
Indeed. And I see Nick there in chat, man. Thank you for being there again. We appreciate the hell out of it. You just don't know. Tominoid, I see, just hopped in chat. Good morning, Tominoid. But yeah, thank you, Nick. Truly, man. I am equally as glad, if not more so, when you were on our show and we first learned that you had been trapped over there for as many months as you had been at that point. It just, I think, bottomed out all of our hearts. It was just beyond belief that that had gone on, you know. And that's part of the frustration of this whole planned event is there's so many people that are trapped in situations just like that. I saw a video of some beautiful old soul sitting there in front of her computer, just totally confused, trying to talk to her grandson on the computer devices and just looking so sad and heartbreaking. And unfortunately, it seems like there could be some of the mental issues that this whole event has caused that could have contributed to some of the fun that I had to go through this weekend. So yeah, it's a sad, sad thing that it's not just on a worldwide, oh, we're all screwed level, but there are people involved in this screwing, and they're all very real people, with real souls and real hearts and families. And it just really sucks that things like that happen. I'm so glad that it's worked out for you, Nick. Truly, truly, truly.
Yes, sorry. My brain's just wandering off.
Okay.
Well,
there'll be a lot of that today, I'm sure.
I get to thinking about the psychological effect of these lockdowns and the masks and just the constant pressure to be controlled by the government and what sort of effect that's having on people's mental state. And then, of course, my brain runs a million miles a minute. It's ventured off into like little test cities where they've got all the people that have been lab rat people that have been raising there, and they're just trying these different scenarios out, watching them panic, watching their mental breakdown happen, watching them rebel and revolt, and they're just taking notes. Oh, look what we can do here. Look what we can do here. And then they just start putting this stuff into action. It doesn't seem like this lockdown is letting up a whole lot. I see a lot of places even doubling down, getting worse. I hear Italy's looking to actually lock down for the second time. Fall's here. Winter is coming. It's, yeah, I think I said it back in the spring that wintertime was going to really be a deciding factor in how they try to play this out. I know Zach was saying that he was thinking it was going to be next winter. Don't know that they could withstand another 9 months, another spring, summer, and fall before they put their plan into effect. I think they would need to tighten their grip before then. And I think this is what's driving me and so many other people to move and to maybe distance themselves a little bit, not just sort of socially, but emotionally and all these other ways where there's a good chance that things can get a little crazy here pretty soon. And not to be the fear porn guy, so I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that this is going to be, we're all going to die. But it could get a little bit scary. And I just want people to know that, because the best way to handle those situations is just with a little bit of preparation. So as long as you're sort of expecting it, you're not going to be one of the panicked masses running around like chickens with their heads cut off. You say, oh, yeah, I was kind of expecting. I remember Josh was saying some weird stuff, so it might get a little crazy. So as long as you're planning for it, it can happen and it won't be that big of a deal. But I think that it just feels like there's something coming. And there's a collective whisper being spread. Again, like Stephen King's The Stand. People are being guided away from their daily routines. So there's a lot of changes going on. I just think that's really interesting to see. And I Who knows? Maybe I'm just talking right out of my butt cheeks and don't know what the F I'm saying, but sure feels tense.
It does indeed, sir. It does indeed. And we all know that this little season we're in currently is their favorite little time to dabble about in their little runes and symbology, energy work. Some might call it spellcraft. Others might even call it magic. Some might call it black magic. I don't subscribe to such things as that. But just know that this season's pretty fucked, and we're right in the middle of getting into it. So, right in the middle of this lovely little what do they call that game they play? Oh, election. That's it. That election thing. And so yeah, just go stock up on your toilet paper. I see Brian and Chet's already there. So yeah. Or it may not be toilet paper this time. It could be something else arbitrary. It could be Q-tips. I don't fucking know.
And I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure there's going to be some weird or worse yet.
That would take 2 Q-tips and shove them up each nose. That stops. Okay, I'll stop.
Well, maybe now they realize how stupid they were for stocking up on toilet paper. And that's why the winter time is going to be so scary, because everybody says, oh shit, I guess, look how stupid we were for clearing the shelves of toilet paper. What we really need to do is just clear all the shelves of food. And now there's a food shortage. And now it's a big, heavy, weird-ass winter where trucks are having a hard time getting through. Maybe something happened to rail lines. Who knows? But some sort of disruption in these services where shelves won't get restocked the way they have been for the last several decades. Have you ever seen The Handmaid's Tale? They're walking around these giant superstores and there's just like 3 things on each shelf. And everybody's just strolling around shopping. Yeah, at best, that's the way it'll be. I would expect government food lines. Everybody lined up around the block of their local FEMA center, trying to get some rice and water for their family. Or it'll be just a normal, typical winter and everybody will thrive in health and abundance, which is what I hope for.
That's it. That's what I'm hoping for. Big Black Friday sale. Woo! I'll stop.
2-ply, baby.
Mommy, can Santa Claus bring me some toilet paper?
You know what? I was going to kick Zach out so we didn't wake him up.
No, wake him up. Zach. No, I'm kidding. Hey, I started watching that show that you suggested I check out, sir.
Time to roll.
There he is.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. It's over 20. Time to roll.
That's just me.
I thought that was him really there. Time to
shit.
roll. That's good. Definitely the show. What's it called, man?
Utopia.
Damn it. It's gone.
Utopia.
That's the one. Thank you. Yeah, I gave it a shot. Couldn't deal. I'm kind of like Liz. Just too much trauma.
Yeah.
I get enough MK Ultra in my own reality. I don't need to have it shoved in my face on TV. So let me know how it proceeds. It definitely seemed like it had some potential with, connecting dots and throwing things in our faces and the fun things they were already doing before we got to the point that I couldn't do it anymore. So, but yeah, I tried. I did try. It's to the point now that I don't know. I don't even know. I sit with our little device and we sit, going, okay, well, there's got to be something. And we just flip. And it's just, because we're so past all the crap and all the agendas and so over all the crap that's pushed in our faces every time we attempt something new. So I generally wind up watching some old movie that I've seen 400 times, or pulling out the DVD player and plugging it in and watching some commentary on some DVD or something. There's no way to lose yourself in the craziness anymore like there used to be. Some way to find some calm and all that madness. There just isn't. So I play my guitar, which is great because my technique has gotten quite better. I don't know if it's quite good, but it's gotten better. Oh, goodness. But definitely, just not much out there that I can watch anymore. I like you mentioned The Handmaid. I didn't try it yet because at that point I had just pretty much stopped watching everything, but a lot of people, yourself included, said I should. So it may be one we go back and play catch up on. I don't know.
Well, if
excuse me,
you're suffering from a bit of reality PTSD, then Handmaid's Tale may not be the one for you.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I know there was something good out there that I've seen that I really liked.
I was going to say the good news, I guess, in all of this is while I was on our adventures this weekend, which is maybe about 2.5 hours from where I live, it was, I would say at least 80% mask free, at least in every place we stopped for food or for whatever, stop in the bathroom, that kind of thing. Now, it varied from store to store, from stop to stop. Some places were more than others, but I would say overall, as we got more up north, which here in Louisiana, anything above Alexandria, that's Yankee country. No offense, but yeah, that's Yankee country. So, which Alexandria's about 40 miles. But yeah, definitely different world up there, it seemed. So, I guess it's kind of like that old Bill Hicks routine. You turn on the TV, war, death, famine, horror, and you go out to your window and it's just crickets. So it just depends, I guess, on your area and what's going on and the energy of the place you live, I guess. Yes, Robert Page, I do like horror, the old school horror, when horror was good, when effects were not digital reality. They look fake enough to be questionable in the parts it should be, but overly real in the parts where it shouldn't be. Does that make any sense at all? Like in the old days, watching The Thing, it was amazing to see all the practical effects happening on screen. But watching The Thing 2011, where they replaced all of amalgamated practical effects with digital effects to make it more real, just made it look more fake. So, and I don't, I'm not a big fan of body horror, gore, porn, all that stuff either. So it's really tough for me these days watching horror, Robert. I did watch Haunting of Hill House. It was pretty awesome back in the day when it came out. Is there a new one on the way? Apparently there is. So I will definitely check that out. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was one that I thought was really interesting. I guess The Haunting of Hill House was season 1, came out not too terribly long ago.
Yeah, so like last year, year before, something
like that. Yeah.
Little E.T. dude on it. What's his name? E.T. dude, all grown up. Can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either. I just
Thomas.
Just saw him.
Oh, Henry Thomas. Is that right? No, I don't think that's right. Anyway, something like that. Yes, Brian, Dawn of the Dead. Freaking phenomenal movie. In fact, I always said when shit goes down, that's what I'm going to do, lock myself in a mall somewhere. But everybody's seen that movie now, so they'll all be trying it. Guess that won't work out.
Well.
According to my brother, the big secret when the Dawn of the Dead apocalypse happened, when the zombie apocalypse, which is kind of what we're in right now. Lick the masks. Anyway, when it does go down, he says the place to be is in a storage facility because, you have these upstairs areas that are only accessible by an elevator or a set of stairs. It's all metal buildings. They all have metal up and down sliding doors. They're all secured. They're all made to be secure, or at least there in the Northwest they are. And, just chunk big furniture down in all your stairwells so nobody can get up, and you're pretty much good up there. Have your food in one of the storage units ready to go. So there you go. Little survival tip for you if you live near a storage unit.
Good to know. Now, I know we did have some space lettuce somewhere.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And that's one of those things I slacked on.
I did too, but I kind of threw a few things there at the end, and it seems like there was something. Let me go find the pile. What was that interesting thing I saw? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you guys can't see this. I guess it really doesn't count, but there's apparently a picture of Jupiter's North Pole. Okay, so do you know what abalone inlays look like on an older guitar?
Uh-huh.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Abalone on an old guitar. Like a Gretsch 63, 65, something like that. Anyway, yeah, I'll share the picture on the show description. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Let me throw it in the chat real quick. How can I? Oh, I can't do that here. I have to do that over at TFR, don't I? Never mind. I'm doing tricks I can't do. Okay, so the picture will be included, as I said already, in the show description. But, okay, so imagine if you poured oil, I guess, and water. It formed a rainbow swirl surface on top, and then you took a stick and made little swirlies all through it. In other words, what I'm saying is this looks absolutely fake as frick, and there's no possible way this is real photograph. Let me look at the fine print underneath. Why, look at that. Credit. Image data by NASA JPL Caltech SWRIMSSSSSSS. Image processing by Gerald Eichstadt. So, yeah, it is an image. I apologize. I was wrong. Oh, man. So, apparently, there are cyclones going on at the North Pole of Jupiter. Why don't we have North Pole cyclones like all the other planets?
I don't know. I think I'm going to do it, though.
Are you?
I'm just going to go ahead and share it. Just because I can.
You do it?
I can do it for for the folks on YouTube.
You can do it on the tubes.
All the folks
Cool.
on TFR,
There it
I
is on
do
the tubes.
apologize, but we'll be able to show it over there on the tube.
Oh, wait. You know what? There might be a way I can do it on the TFRs.
You can right-click it, copy a picture.
Yeah,
and then
I
paste
did it.
in the TFR
I'm
chat.
on it. I got there.
That's the cool feature TFR chat has that
yeah,
YouTube
be awesome.
doesn't. Probably shouldn't. Maybe did it one time, but realized how stupid that would be.
Probably a lot of genitalia included in that time frame, I would guess. Wow, what have I done here?
Damn, that does look a lot like abalone, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
And why are the
that's not how you do it, Walter. I did the wrong part. Live clicks of the clickery.
Do we know who took that picture?
It's an image, sorry.
From where?
You didn't hear? An image?
Yes, where are they saying this image came from? Yeah.
From the data, you mean? Where'd the data acquisition happen? Let's find out. I know there's an article. Let me see. The Juno mission. Wait, what? Isn't that like from way back? Juno mission?
That's pretty old,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this, oh, well, here we go. Well, now, they just CYA'd themselves. Cyclones at the North Pole of Jupiter appear as fast swirls of striking colors in this extreme false color rendering. Well, there you go. They just made it look that way because they could.
It appears this way because that's how we made it appear.
Because that's how the fuck we did it.
Sweet. Cool story, bro.
Cool. Stop. Full stop.
Full stop. That's it. That's the end of the story.
Worked
It's a
that way
one-sentence
'cause
story.
we wanted it to.
See this? We're going to call this Jupiter's North Pole, and we're going to make it look like this. So this is what it is, and this is what it looks like, because this is what we're calling it, and this is what we made it look like. Go us. Well, along that same vein, it does seem NASA has dropped some new images of our universe that straight up look fake.
Oh?
Pretty sure I saw Bob covering this yesterday on Glowbusters. Pretty sure. Oh, that's break music. You know what? I'll shut the F up and let you guys
go
get your coffee. And we shall be right back after these briefest of messages, I guess.
Truth Frequency Radio is your #1 source for news and information without the hate, hype, and fear. We're proud to feature cutting-edge programs like Beyond the Veil with Chris and Cherie Geo, X Squared with Brooks Agnew, Paranormal Portal with Brent Thomas, Sharonism Raw with Sharon and Nissa, Fearless with Frank Castle, Strange World with Mark Sargent, The Eye of Ra with Ra Castaldo, The Infinite Fringe with Billy Ray, Ironworx with Josh Corey, The Kev Baker Show, and dozens more. Did you know you can listen from any telephone by dialing 641-793-7117 or calling your favorite tier show toll free at 833-TFR Live. Uncensored talk and news you won't hear in the mainstream media. Truth Frequency Radio, your protection from deception.
Back to campaigning, but in isolation. I'm Carmen Roberts, Fox News. President Trump returns to the White House after being treated in the hospital for 3 days for COVID-19.
I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it.
Earlier in the day, his team of medical experts were cautious but resolute that despite his relatively short stay, the president was ready to go home. The president was busy online, doling out a flurry of tweets, touching myriad of issues from taxes to the Second Amendment, all imploring his backers to vote.
Fox's Kevin Corke. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, the latest of more than a dozen people near the president to test positive for the virus.
I'm having no symptoms. I'm very blessed to have a mild case or really just an asymptomatic case. My heart goes out to all of those who have been affected by this.
The coronavirus has affected more than 7.4 million people in the U.S. and killed more than 210,000. Former Vice President Joe Biden stopped in Little Havana, Miami yesterday, where he wished President Trump a speedy recovery.
He also challenged the president to issue a mask mandate for the nation.
I backed that mandate months ago. He should back it now.
Biden says COVID has had a devastating effect on small communities and people of color, bringing America, he believes, to a realization.
This pandemic has just helped us rip off the blinders in this country as how inequitable so many things are.
Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Biden's former primary rival, Senator Bernie Sanders, also resuming in-person campaigning for the first time since the coronavirus outbreak in March. America's listening to Fox News.
Into the truth frequency. Your protection from deception. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Where everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The Earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Well, that wasn't the button I was supposed to hit. It's a whole different setup for me, so you have to forgive me. Excuse me. Welcome back to the Ironworks. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is Tuesday, my dudes, which is the soundbite that was supposed to play, not fame. Anyway, just Walt and Zach and Josh hanging out with you. Zach is busy catching up on some sleep, but he's here. He may pop in. That's the only reason I left him in, was in case he decided to wake up. I wanted to be here when he woke up.
So I'm playing catch up over on the TFR chat. Again, the division is unneeded but necessary, apparently, because of situations with people not being able to actually hear the show when they're on the TFR site. There are workarounds, but they have become problematic as well at last attempts. So most people come hang out with us over on our YouTube simulcast, and we appreciate the hell out of that. But that also means a lot of stuff gets missed over there on the TFR chat, which right now is phenomenal. I love you so much, Daz, dude. You were just phenomenal. And Dawn, sending out lots of love for your situation at work. And something else I missed. Oh, and our buddy Alan. Oh, man, where is it? Well, I've lost it. Anyway, sending you lots of love too, Alan. Damn it. I had it highlighted. I'll find it again.
You keep looking.
I will. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out all over the places that you are there hanging out. So, if you want to discuss that more publicly, Don, we certainly can. There may be people in chat on the YouTube side of things who might have some better suggestions than the ones I grew up with. Because, you know, guys, I guess, dealt with those situations differently than women, maybe, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Oh, sorry. Son of a gun. Like, I don't know what Walt's talking about. I'm just going to scroll down real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, again.
Well, we had a caller sitting on the call board. So I was going to try to, well, we did. As soon as I scrolled down to look at the chat real quick.
They went away.
And I scrolled back up. They were gone. So, Brian, if you want to give us a call back, we'd really appreciate it. Because I'm 99.9% sure that's who that was.
That's who it was?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Cool deal. So anyway, apparently she's got some issues at work with bullying. Don't know the details, just making it very unpleasant for her to get up and go to work. And I know how that can be. It sucks when it's not fun to get up and go to work. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm well familiar with emotional terrorism.
I don't know. I guess I've been fortunate enough to not have that situation in a workplace. I'm trying to think through all my workplaces and see if there's a situation that I may have misunderstood and it was bullying. I'm always been a bigger dude, physically, taller, heavier. Some might say chunkier. But maybe, I don't know. Now, as a younger kid, I did deal with it and dealt with it in a, you know, kind of one of those things. If you can take them. If they're bigger than you, then you figure out a way to make it equal. So, again, that's a guy way of looking at it. So, and you can't really do that at your workplace. So, there may be better suggestions in other scenarios.
I'm trying to think. Truth Serum in chat says they bully the bully, and I totally get that. When it's your boss, it's kind of hard because they're in that position of authority as it is. So really, this could just be a really effed up management style. So maybe step one is to just take your boss aside and say it. Just tell them. Right? It doesn't have to be a big public thing. It's not some challenge to their authority. Just tell them. Say, I feel like this has kind of become almost emotional terrorism. I feel like I'm being beyond an employee. I'm being bullied at work. This is just how I feel. And I just thought maybe if I pointed it out, there might be something you could do. Maybe it was a behavior you weren't aware of. I just wanted to make you aware that this is how you are making me feel, that I do not want to get up and come to a hostile work environment. Those 3 words specifically. HR will love those words. Because that's going to be step 2. If a one-on-one with your boss trying to directly address the problem in a very non-confrontational way doesn't have any effect, or even then blows back on you, is when you go to HR. Assuming there's an HR department. I mean, if there is nobody higher up, I really don't know what to say. But after that, I would just start climbing the chain of command, because there is no need for any employer to allow that sort of toxic personality in a work environment. No one should feel bullied at work. It is one thing to have a hard-nosed boss that is gruff and short and just demands things of you and just doesn't have a really good, isn't a real people person, just doesn't have that real personable connection and is just kind of rough around the edges. I've dealt with a lot of people like that. But if you're feeling bullied at work, then there's no need for that. And I just encourage you to stand up for yourself. I mean, and because it's your work environment, you'll have to really consider and be thoughtful in how you approach the situation, because you want to make sure that you keep your side of the street clean and don't allow any ammunition for your boss that's bullying you. Because chances are, once they get challenged, they're going to lash out or want to lash out, because you're challenging their ego, and they will not like that. So as long as you do it in a very calm, rational headspace, and then just let them do their thing. If nothing happens, go to HR, and again, all they've done is now give you ammunition for human resources to come down on them.
Sorry, I'm over here playing catch up now on the other side in the YouTubes. So, sorry. But definitely sending you lots of love. Indeed. Sorry that things are like that for you. It will get better, because we will win.
This too shall pass.
Yep. Plus, you got this family behind you, so you can do it. You can do anything.
Damn right. You can come here and vent. Do like I do. Just use this for therapy.
Truth Serum says read the Black's Law Dictionary. It's quite a hefty read.
It is. Maybe not the latest version. I've not been up on it, but I've got Black's, Bouvier's, Ballantyne's. Why is it all the law dictionaries start with the letter B? Weird. Anyway, but yeah, I've got lots of different law dictionaries you're more than welcome to dive into. I've suggested that for a long, long time, that people just dive into a law dictionary. Start learning how that society speaks. Just learn a different language. I don't speak Spanish very well, but I have brushed up on my legalese. I definitely recommend that if you're at all interested in the law society, or if you think you might have to interact with somebody in that society, just learn how to speak with them. Grab a dictionary. Grab a Black's Law, grab a Merriam-Webster's. Find 2 words that are in both dictionaries and compare them. Like, oh, here's what this word means and here's what this word means. This is how I use it. This is how lawyers use it. This is how judges use it. This is how politicians use it. So maybe I don't really know the difference. Maybe I'm just conflating. Maybe I don't really understand that whole law society like I thought I did. Yeah, it's really interesting. I highly recommend it. I've got there's a few other books. Redemption. I think I've got Sui Juris, which was written by a fellow named Rob Johnson, who passed on a few years ago. I've got a few good books out there about escaping the matrix, the legal matrix. That was what I was into back before Flat Earth. But it's amazing how it all connects, how everything's interconnected in that way. That power that comes to the law, to the government, from the people, from God, to the people, to the government, from the people to the county, to the state, to the federal government. That's your trickle-down theory. We sit above them. But because they have a monopoly on violence and information, they've managed to convince us that our power comes from them. Like the Second Amendment gives us the right to carry firearms to protect ourselves. No. That's not what the Second Amendment does. The Second Amendment says, hey, government, dumbass, make sure you do not infringe upon this one. That's what those amendments are. Letting the government know that there are things that they cannot infringe upon. Not the government saying, here, these are things that you get to do. No. That's the people telling the government, these are things which you cannot infringe upon. That's why they made the First Amendment, which the one it is. Speech, religion, press, all that good stuff. Those were the important ones. I said, well, shit. How do you make sure you can protect all those important ones in the First Amendment? Better give them guns, because we know what power does and what absolute power does and how it corrupts absolutely. But let's make sure they can stay armed and protect those First Amendment rights. Better include that Second Amendment. Make sure we remind the government that they cannot take away the weapons. And for those that are unclear, an army controlled by the government is the military. We as private citizens can gather together and create our own army. It's called a militia. Because, that's not the government. When the government regulates the men with guns, that's called the military. The government regulates the military. Yeah? Militia regulate themselves. I mean, to really be considered a militia, you have to regulate yourself well. That's the term, a well-regulated militia. But for some reason, people think that the regulations for the militia come from the government. How asinine is that? Oh, the people that we may have to fight against, they get to control us. They regulate us. Sure, that makes a whole lot of sense. No. The militia regulate themselves. A well-regulated militia, it's just a well-run militia. You can't have 12 guys fighting each other. But there's got to be that chain of command. They've got to be well-regulated. But they regulate themselves. Regulations for the militia do not come from the government. Welcome to 2A Tuesday right here on TFR, Truth Frequency Radio, on the Ironworx. Sorry. But yes, I highly recommend reading Black's Law. Thing was God and power and flat earth and gifts from God and power from God and things that God has given us to use, such as our authority over ourselves. That beautiful sky clock. And the gorgeous land beneath our feet. What's the deal with the purple people? Oh, I'm pretty sure they've only got one eye and one horn.
They fly?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
And then, apropos of absolutely nothing, our friend Antecedent Algonquin Collective put Gru the Wanderer in chat. Freaking amazing, Sergio. I love it. If you're not aware of who that is, you should go read those, and then also go way back to the old Mad magazines and to the little margins, the little tiny cartoons. Same artist.
Well, just
anybody else old like me and remember the little marginal cartoons in Mad magazine?
I do vaguely remember the marginal cartoons in Mad magazine. Usually, when I was so young that there was a lot of things in Mad magazine that didn't particularly interest me. So I was a fast flipper, basically looking for spy versus spy. I did see the Antecedent Algonquin Collective says it's got Black's 9th edition also, which reminded me that make sure you at least get the 5th edition and back. I mean, get the most recent for sure. But if you want to get a second one, make sure you get at least Black's Law 5th edition, because that was the last edition where they were including case law, which is such a powerful resource. I'm not sure, well, probably because so many people that weren't attorneys began reading Black's Law that they decided to take out all the case law associated with a lot of these definitions. But I know that the 5th edition and prior all still have case law associated with a lot of the definitions. So we can definitely do that. Oh, Truth Serum says you can get the Black's Law on archive.org. Excellent. Up to 9. Yeah, I think 9, as far as I know, is the last edition. Pretty sure 9 is the last one I have. Then I've got a couple early Bouviers and Ballantines. But those I do not believe are necessarily associated with U.S. law. Oh, look, we have some callers as they begin to drop off. All right, let's just take this one before we lose them. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Ironworx.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who are we talking to this morning?
I don't know. I don't know how I got stuck on here. I was told to call this number.
Oh, you were just told to call this number. Did Brian tell you? Did Brian tell you to call this number?
Yes.
Yes, I thought he might have that. See, I think it's all starting to make a little bit of sense now. Because I suspect that Brian thinks that you're not quite as far along in your waking up journey as you need to be, and was hoping that we might be able to allow you to see things a little bit differently than you do now. I think is why he got you to call. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But I think it might have been...
Sounds about right.
But I think it might be specifically regarding the shape of the Earth.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. He says you were having some issues with the idea of the Earth being flat and not a spinny ball.
I can't. I don't know either way.
Well, if you don't know either way, look, you're doing so much better than so many other people out there. For real. When your teacher says, when your professor says, look, this is where we live, and you're like, nah, I don't know. That's good. That's good. That's really all I'd want. I don't need you to say, look, this is what it is. As long as you're willing to look at what they're telling you and be like, I don't know if that's right. I don't know. I don't know. That's really that's where I am, because that's how I am for so many things. It's look, man, I hear what you're saying, but shoo, I don't know. I don't know. So tell us about Brian. Tell us some good Brian stories.
I can't.
No worries. That's right. I didn't mean to just put you on the spot there. I'm sure Brian's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't expecting that, were you, Brian? So what are we calling you, man? What's your name, if you don't mind? Or you can give us an alias. That's fine.
I'm D.
Andy?
D.
E.
D-E-E.
Okay, cool. Welcome. Glad you gave us a call.
Awesome.
Well, is there anything you would like to ask us, since you have, our limited knowledge at your disposal, sir?
I was just listening to your show. So.
Well, you definitely are welcome to hang out and listen to us on the call, sir. We'll definitely quit putting you on the spot if you're not wishing to hang out. That's absolutely okay. Good luck on your Pokemon journey, though. You're a trainer out here, so let me know if you need any help. I've been at it a minute. Of course, I'm a little rusty now because I've kind of eased off. But, yeah, definitely. Give me a call sometime. Brian knows how to get in touch with me.
All right.
Well, thanks for giving us a call this morning. I'll just go ahead and stick you on mute. That way I can make sure you can continue to listen. I'm not sure where you were listening, if you were listening online before, if you just called in to listen. Either way, I do appreciate you calling.
It's nice talking to you.
And you as well. Give Brian our best. Give him a big hug from us.
Yeah, I will.
Oops. All right, accidentally muted. There we go. Awesome.
Awesome indeed. Awesome indeed. Well, as you said, even not being certain one way or the other is a huge step in the right direction. Because unfortunately, too many times with the derpy derps, we face, they are so convinced they've got it all figured out.
Yep. And really, that's the best defense against the derpy derps. Is just be like, man, I don't know. I'm not sure I can say one way or the other. I don't know. And they're just going to be so, God bless, convinced of what they're saying to be true. Be like, maybe. I don't know. Could be. It's a possibility. Maybe. I don't know. That's what I've heard, but I don't know. And they'll just, pretty soon, they just start saying things, just outlandish things that nobody knows, and they just dig themselves in a hole. It's a great way to defend against the derpy derps, which incidentally is what I call my big dog. Derpy derp. Derp. Big derp, stinky derp. Ugh. Derpy nastard. Because he's a nasty bastard. Let me see here. Hey, Brian, what's up? Is that you on the other line? Brian, do I hear you? Maybe I put him on the spot, too.
Maybe not.
Or maybe
not.
Maybe it wasn't Brian? I don't know. Let's try this. Good morning, caller. Thanks for tuning into the Ironworks.
Sounds like a robot. I think we got a call from a robot.
Now they decided to hang up anyway.
Sorry, I've got to stop what I'm doing. I've gone down the Sergio Aragonés hole, looking at all these old Mad magazine pages with... Well, actually, it's kind of hard to find a full Mad page with just his art on it. Most of these are just the actual marginals blown up, or apparently there was a collection of them at some point. So, again, sorry, I'm old and flashing back. I will definitely include a huge number of these in our show description today.
All right,
I'm still looking for the Batman riding Clark Kent is Superman on the. Oh, there it is. That was one of my favorite. Oh, wait, it's Superman is Clark Kent. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I think we are pretty much creeping up on our last break.
Holy jeez, we certainly are. All right, caller, I see you hanging on there
still. There's a caller. Yeah, we see you there. We'll get to you here in about 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes? You want to give us a call back? I saw you had muted yourself up, looked like, or something. Anyway, we'll be here for our fourth and final segment of the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, simulcasting across the plane on, well, various networks. Anyway, Josh and Walt's ex, snoozing away. He had a big night, camping in the woods. Anyway, I need fresh coffee. We'll be right back.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. September 2018. Extendivite works in keeping my blood pressure in the normal range. I've been using Extendivite for many years now. May 2018. Great product. I use regularly and I rarely get sick. March 2018. This product has relieved what appeared to be angina pain in my chest and shortness of breath after climbing stairs. I'm quite happy about it. February 2018. My husband, son, and I have been using this product for a few months now, and we have an improvement in our joints and blood pressure. Tell us your story. Get Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendivite.
Hey folks, guess what the number one phrase that Life Change Tea receives by email? You ready? We love this tea. We love this tea. Time after time, week after week, we love this tea. Life Change Tea gives you more energy, a beautiful cleansing, and fulfills its slogan perfectly. The tea that makes you go. So if you want to be on your health game, log on to getthetea.com and order Life Change Super Strength Tea. Packages come in a 1-month supply, and when you brew this stuff, wait until you see the results. Aren't we all about the results? And with a lot of people's health struggling, we can use a little bit of help. Doctors will tell you disease starts in the gut. So log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Be our next email saying, I love this tea. I mean, I love this tea. Get the tea at getthetea.com. Helping America one tea bag at a time.
True initiation is an inward journey. It's a spiritual path that is totally inward. It has nothing to do with anything external to you.
I want to determine if the Grand Architect is indeed what I believe it to be, which is the artificial intelligence.
The initiatory path is one of self-discovery and self-revealing. It's not a journey that someone can hold your hand through.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through the steps of initiation. Remember, you are divinity.
Step Beyond the Veil with Chris and Sherry Geo. Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
No hate, no hype, no fear. We are TFR, your protection from deception.
the iron you need to get what you want.
Here's a message of importance to millions of people who are continually pale and washed out, weak and run down. Doctors will tell you that these conditions are often caused by a deficiency of iron. The iron you need to keep you physically fit and mentally alert. Medical studies show that 2 out of 3 women and many, many men lack the daily iron your body requires in a form your body can easily use and put to work. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement.
We are the way, we are the way, we are not alone. We are striving for more.
So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, if you feel weak, run down, and are easily upset, start taking iron today.
And welcome back. Welcome back to the Ironworx, right here on Truth Frequency Radio. Now I see we still have callers on the line, so I think we're going to try this again. Maybe we'll just check in with Zach real quick. Zach, are you awake yet, sir? Nothing. All right. And good morning, caller from Anaheim. How are you doing this morning? Thanks for calling the Ironworx.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Who do you think this is?
I think this is Brian.
I know that sexy voice.
Whatever.
How you doing, friend?
So,
You all
my
right this
friend-
morning?
Yeah, doing good. I mean, a little hardy, but did you guys talk to my friend Deanna yet?
To Deanna, does she go by D?
Yeah, D.
Yeah. Yeah, for just a couple minutes, real briefly.
Well, is she on the line still?
She is. Would you like me to unmute her? We can include her in this conversation?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, D, are you still there?
Yeah.
Awesome. We are joined by Brian now.
Okay.
Hi, Brian.
Say hi, D.
Can you hear D at all?
Yeah.
Brian?
Huh?
Can you hear D?
Nah, not really.
Not really?
I can hear Brian.
Oh, good. Well, D can hear you.
Well, say hi.
That's so weird. You can't
Say
hear.
hi to the iron. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. Okay, D, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, welcome to the Iron Realm.
Cool.
We are happy to have you here. It is always a pleasure
Okay.
to meet a new friend. Any friend of Brian's is a friend of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Just Don't be shy. D. Come on. Come on and talk. Okay.
So I'm guessing you were trying to have a conversation with D, and D had some questions. It can be a little off-putting, to be calling into a radio show, even a tiny little internet radio show like this one.
Well, no. No, her son was a part of Raz Radio, and middle fingers up to them. But
she's familiar with the setup.
I'm not.
No, see?
I've never told him never before.
So, Brian, what kind of things were you and D talking about?
I don't know, like, with her and Walt, I'm pretty sure he's still there.
He is.
The fuckery of...
I am indeed.
Everything that is NASA is putting out, and the fuckery of we're not on the spinning ball, right? Can you help her out with that? Slap her. Slap her. Slap. Come on.
Well, I don't know how much help I can be. There are things like lighthouses that have worked for a long, long time. Submarines have used things like periscopes, basically since their inception. And then the idea...
Sundials have worked forever.
That's right. The idea that we can stand on a beach and look out across water and see further than we could if we lived on a ball that was 25,000 miles around at the equator tells me that we don't live on a ball that's 25,000 miles around the equator.
Right.
So if it's not 25,000 miles around at the equator like we're told, that's really strange. Why are we told that? And then what is it? Yeah, that's really bad. I don't know what's going on there. Hold on.
I'm not sure. Maybe we shouldn't have them unmuted together. That could be what's going on. I'm not sure.
That might be it. I have Brian.
I'm up in Oregon, so I don't know.
It might have been Brian. Sounds like there might have been something going on Brian's line. I have him muted up, and that seems to have caused the issue to go away. No.
Yeah, it did. I always have problems with me and Brian trying to talk. Casey always text up. Brian.
There you are, Brian. We had some really bad, weird, strange noises coming from your line.
Okay. Is that better?
I think so, at least for the time being. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
And then just make sure you turn down the volume on whatever TFR Ironworx broadcast you're listening to. That way there's not that kickback that comes back to us of ourselves on the delay. But yeah, that's basically why I'm convinced that at the very least, the ball is not 25,000 miles around at the equator. I allow for the possibility that it's like 1 million miles around at the equator. And that's why it looks so flat. Trouble is, there's a lot of other issues that pop up with that, but if we're just focusing on why it is that we can see so much further than we should be able to if we lived on the ball that we're told, then maybe the ball is a lot bigger. But I don't think that's it. I'll allow for the possibility, but I think that it's a flat stationary plane based on observation.
You think it's like I said I did. I don't know.
And that is awesome. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you can look at NASA and be like, I don't know.
Right.
Because they put out some really questionable things. And it's getting to be a real party in here now. We have been joined by our good friend, I'm sorry, go ahead, D.
What station are you guys on again?
We are broadcasting right now.
On the radio?
We are on truthfrequencyradio.com or TFRlive.com. It's just a little internet, well, it's a pretty good-sized internet radio station. This show, in and of itself, is reasonably small. We keep our friends close and our enemies as far away as possible. TFR. But we are also broadcasting on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and a platform called DLive and a little platform called Twitch. We are multi-streaming across this beautiful plane of ours.
All right, D. Can I jump in for a second?
You betcha.
D, you believe that we are on a spinning ball in space?
Like I said, I don't know. Either way, I don't know. Could be.
Okay, well,
could be. I want to believe what you say.
Well, the fact that there's that question really speaks volumes to your ability to question. So many people think that they're open-minded until they really have what they hold to be true questioned. And then they realize, or other people tend to realize, that they're not as open-minded as they claim. So the fact that you can say, well, look, I don't know one way or the other, speaks volumes.
You Brian?
Brian, you still there?
D?
Yeah.
Think about it.
And
it's quite possible that I'm wrong. I allow for that fact too. If you'd want, we can sit down and go through all the times in my life where I was wrong. I'd rather not, but I'm more than willing to. I've been wrong before. It's possible I'm wrong now. Maybe I don't see farther than I should. Of course, I mean, I do, but I'm not the only one. So maybe it could be that the millions of flat earthers out there are wrong, and there's just some sort of mass hysteria growing, and that's why more and more people are realizing that they can see too far. But I allow for the fact that there's some sort of mass awakening, and this flat earth seems to be almost a litmus.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, drop some knowledge.
I wish I had some knowledge to drop, Brian. I told her I could definitely give her a hand with some Pokemon. That's about all I know now. I don't know. I'm with Josh and D here. I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you. I'll tell you this. I don't feel a spinning anything, and I've looked at their story in detail, and it falls apart pretty quickly if you start applying logic and physics and things like that to it. So, you know, do I know what it is? No, but I know what it's not, or at least I know I don't see any proof for what they say it is. Everything they give me as proof tends to fall apart when you examine it really closely. And we know many people who've done many observations, many attempts at trying to locate motion, curvature, things that they keep telling us should be easily found and yet problematic to be proven. So I just kind of stay in the, hopefully I'll know one day. But for now, I'm just going to stop listening to authority figures and kind of go with zeteticizm when it works for me. I'll be honest. I'm not always the biggest zeteticist, that word. But yeah, I'd rather go with what I can prove for myself, or at least a person I trust, not a figure in a lab coat or a talking head on a screen. So, of course, I am a talking head on the screen right now, so I can't really say anything, can I?
You better. That's why we're here. Well, Brian D., I want to thank you guys for calling in this morning. It's been an absolute pleasure. We do enjoy hanging out with you. Brian, I appreciate the hell out of you. That was an awesome pic you gave us of you and your Ironworx t-shirt.
Yes, it was, sir. Thank you for wearing the colors proudly. That was awesome.
My beard is getting to be almost as long as yours.
We need to come up with something else.
You're right, we do. Matter of fact, I'll put that on a to-do list.
Because there was a guy the other day, honestly, he's like, yo, I fuck with that shirt. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I like your shirt. I'm like, all right, man. All right, cool, bro.
Sweet. Thanks. Too nice for rice for life. See what he says. See how much he really likes his shirt. If he really liked it, he'd get what you're saying. Otherwise, he's just a poser. But all right, we will definitely get some new t-shirt designs for the Ironworx out there. I think it is definitely time. It's actually something that's been tickling around in my brain a little bit the past couple of weeks. Get back over there on Teespring and get some new design work, get something for the Patreon patrons and Iron Scouts alike. Get some new designs out there. Good call, Brian. I appreciate
well, I need a sweater because it's going to get cold out here in California, you know?
Absolutely.
In California. Cold here.
Because I want to get rid of my Raz Radio shit. Just fucking dump it. And, you know, Iron Realm for life.
I will do my best to find a sweater design that isn't going to cost an arm and a leg. Typically, that's the reason I stick to t-shirts is because they can be done cheaply. I don't want to have to charge $35 for a hoodie.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to charge me for the hoodie. I'm okay with not making a dime as long as they can get you guys a t-shirt that you pay a reasonable price for.
What about long sleeve t-shirts?
I'm sure they've got
that's
them.
a good idea. I haven't even checked that idea. That's possible.
And it might be seasonable.
A little more cost effective.
It might be. Good call, D. Good call.
Thank you, D. Thank you very much. We'll look at that. Actually, probably after the show, I'm going to go dig around.
Could I just quickly jump in, guys? I'm gonna have to get.
I know that dude. Welcome, sir.
Yes.
How are you, Adam?
It's a crazy one. I've been trying to get on all morning, and it's just gone chicken oriental again. And I only want to do one thing, and I know it's been a funny bit of time. I just wanted to wish Josh and Dixie all the best and all the happiness in the new home. And I'm sure it'll be amazing when you're in there, pal. And thank God it's over with.
Thank God thank God step one is over with. Realize this has been step one in a process that has been ongoing. So now we've accomplished the first step. Yay us. Best case scenario, we've got 30 days of hoping the whole deal doesn't fall through for some technical legal bullshit on the contract or on the loan or whatever. So, we'll see. We still got to get the inspection done and all that good stuff. Dixie's going to get the money together and the inspection scheduled today. So we're going to bounce that ball back in our lender's court so he can hurry up and get his paperwork over to their desk. How fast they go through the paperwork's not on him, but we're going to try to get this done as quickly as possible. So hopefully it shan't be too long before we are cozied up in the new place.
Looks lovely, pal, and well chuffed for you, mate. Well chuffed for you.
Amongst all the emotions, there is a lot of happiness and excitement too. I don't want that to get lost. I am happy to be going to this house. It is a nice house. The fact that it's move-in ready, the fact that a realtor is the one who flipped it, I think is really cool. Not just a flipper, because the realtor knew what the inspectors are going to look for. They know what to fix to make sure this sale goes fast, because they're realtors and they flipped it. So they flipped it in such a way that their sale will go fast. So that works out well. So I think everything should be smooth. I'm hoping it is. So we'll see, but I appreciate that, Adam. I will pass it on to Dixie.
Yeah, send them all up, mate, to him, man.
Definitely will.
Look forward to seeing a picture of you both on that nice ride. I mean, it's absolutely stuff. Let's make it. There you, Brian.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Oh, I just wanted to say hi. Hi, Adam.
Hi. How you doing? I've got one little bit, guys.
Ooh.
I just want to say the Ironworx got me out of a hole yesterday. I was on Nathan's, listening to Nathan's yesterday, and there actually does appear to be a contradiction in NASA bullshittery.
What?
It came up just in I know. No, it came up as a consequence. He was chatting away about it raining diamonds on a certain planet in the solar system, and through my knowledge with the Ironworx, I quickly typed in. It's either Neptune or Uranus, to be challenged by Chocolate Saying, who then produced a citation from NASA claiming it was Saturn. So I've had to then go back, get the old citations from ours. So there does appear, apparently, it looks like the only planet it don't rain diamonds on is Earth.
Wow, how strange. And then, as I recall, they just found a planet that was made of diamond.
Oh.
Yeah. Bet you I could dig that up.
What does it rain now?
It didn't talk about the weather.
So clarity, cluster, and continental drift. I don't understand.
That's right. The 3 C's of planetary diamonds. Or the CCP of planetary diamonds.
Guys, Brian, everybody in chat, loved it. Josh, Dixie, have a good one. I've got to get going, guys. So I'll try and catch you Friday or tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah,
good.
Wednesday might
God
be
bless.
better. All right, love you, brother.
Yep, we'll talk to you, Adam. Stay busy, but not too busy. As I try to find that damn story about the diamond planet.
I know I'm doing the same thing. I'm scrolling back so far, and I probably missed it, so I'll stop. And we only got a few minutes left. Wow, we really do only have a few minutes left. Well, Dee and Brian, thank y'all so much for sharing your morning with us.
You're quite welcome. You're welcome to come back anytime.
We're here every Tuesday, every Friday around this same time, and we're actually over there on the YouTubes on Friday afternoon. So come hang out with us for sure, Dee.
Okay. Okay.
And Brian, thank you,
You
so
too,
much
Brian.
for all your continued support. We really appreciate the hell out of you, sir.
She feels like I set her up.
Possibly. I wouldn't blame her for feeling that way.
All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. And we will see you right back here on Friday morning.
See you, bye.
See you. Bye. Thanks again, Brian.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Love your friend.
And with 2 minutes and 40 seconds, well, 10 seconds before we hit the music, that ought to be rounding out the Ironworx show.
Yeah, I think we did one.
What an inspiring end to
by the hardest
cluster F of a start.
Right after that lovely start, it sure had ended nicely. So, indeed. Well, as we told Dee, come hang out with us Tuesday. Come hang out with us Friday. You know where we are and when we are. Do I know when we are? I don't even know who I am right now. I need more sleep. But definitely get in touch with us. You know how we hang. You know where we are. ironrealmedia@gmail.com. There's numbers, but we're leaving now. So,
and if you're so inclined, there is a link to our Patreon account down there. We tend to not advertise too much about it. We do have a few patrons to whom we are extremely appreciative.
And shout out to Ipsy Nasleys who jumped in chat on the end of the show. I mean, on her perfect timing.
On her perfect timing. Candy is never late, nor is she early. She arrives precisely when she means to. And
she do indeed.
60 seconds to the end.
She does indeed. And I'm still playing catch up in chat. Shout out to all you guys. I'll stop reading now so I can finish the show. So yeah, Friday. I think we're going to try to work on having somebody in here. I have a plan.
Yeah, because I might have had a little bit of a plan too.
Oh, well, then we have plans for Friday.
We might.
Teaser. Cool. So you should be here Friday and find out if our plans fruited.
And part of my plans included a surprise for you. So even the fact that you know that we have plans was more than I wanted you to know. But
I was making some other plans. I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm as surprised as they will be.
All right, sweet. Let's find out Friday what happens, because you never can tell. Anyway, we love you guys.
Love y'all. Take care.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio. Josh, Walton, Zach. I know Zach sends his love and his best to everybody out there. We will see you right back here on Friday. Love you guys. Be good. Be well. Bye-bye.